Pardon my language, y'all, but if any of y'all ever heard me refer to something that my father would call professional fucking with people, I'm about to introduce you to the art. There is an anti-Muslim, basically a racist organization out of Temple University called Temple University Students for Intellectual Freedom. Used to be called Temple University Purpose. They brought a couple of like anti-Muslim activists to the university to try to spread their BS or what have you. And needless to say, I've had a few dealings with them here and there. So they know me, I know them, yada, yada, yada. There is a Facebook page for this group, and every now and then I like to hit it up and see what they're doing, and if they have anything planned that I might want to go to. And I read this post from one of their members, and one of the people that are subscribed to this page. His name is Yafa Delphin. He writes something about an experience on another Facebook page that struck me curious. He says this. I'm reading it here. Yet another liberal political group, Texas Women's Coalition, who deleted my posting and blocked me because they did not agree with my views regarding a narrative involving a white young American non-Muslim female who disguised herself as a Muslim by wearing hijab to experience, his quotes, the so-called prejudice by Muslim women in America. After I argued the prejudice experienced by Muslims in America is incomparable to the horrific prejudice, i.e. systematic persecution and murder, towards Coptic Christians by majority Muslims in Egypt, by black Christians in Darfur, by Arab Muslims, and by Christians in Nigeria by the Islamic Boko Haram. This group member named Cassie Zobel, and I apologize if I'm saying this name wrong, Sufi, claims she's married to a non-practicing Muslim man, attacks me by telling me I am wrong and that I am ignorant. Since I am blocked, I cannot respond, which proves once and for all that liberals are intolerance in caps, about diverse views. So, one of my favorite people over at TU, whatever the hell, Temple University Students for Intellectual Freedom, Raina Howard writes, "Hi Rafa, you are absolutely right. Liberals are the most intolerant, and any prejudice that they try to find in the states against Muslims does not compare to what Muslims do to Christian women, gays, or anyone who does not submit to their beliefs, and even those who submit. It doesn't justify the prejudice that you are committing. Or have you forgotten that part? But let's move on." She writes, "Muslims for America banned me from their page when I asked them some of the questions that Noni Darwish," that's another anti-Muslim activist, "told me when I interviewed her for, and I'm not going to say her blog's name, can help identify radicals, even though she said that there is nothing as moderate Muslims in the Middle East." May as well say her blog name since I said her name, Thoughtful Women. I just realized that. Anyway, she goes, "Liberals and Muslims prefer to block or slander those who do not agree with them people because they cannot honestly answer our questions." Alright, so I read this and I said, oh, so they don't believe in blocking or banning anyone that disagrees with their views. They say that's a big liberal thing, and doing so would mean that you are intolerant. So, what is a brother to do? That meant that they wanted to have the dialogue, that they wanted to have a discussion, and they wouldn't mind if some of us on the left went onto their page and had a nice little discussion with them. So, I did what I really never tried to do before. I just subscribed. I just hit the like button. And I was just waiting for my request to be on the page to be approved. And it was approved. Then it was taken down. And then I see this morning. Because let's be real, I expected them to do that. Let's just be real. I expected them to do that because one thing because basically they just passed the hypocrisy test as far as I'm concerned. When they did that, I knew exactly what they were going to do. And The guy who runs this group is a Hispanic cat by the name of Alvaro Watson, who is a test study in political stupid. Alvaro wrote this 10 hours ago. It's 9:48 a.m. on a Monday. He goes, "Everyone, I have a question. And if you have a moment to respond, please do so." Which is exactly what I have a moment to do. Let us say that there exists a pioneering, bold, unapologetic organization that rejects the notion of political correctness and goes after the tough, difficult, often high-running emotions, topics, and issues, mostly national and international. Now, let's say this organization has been quite successful with doing this with very little and support, but with just enough to realize that it is something that is needed. This organization has welcomed to its forum Dutch parliamentarians, namely the anti-Muslim activist Geert Wilders, as well as abortion activists and speakers on Israeli and Middle Eastern countries. I can't remember who the abortion activist was, though. But the speakers on Israeli and Middle Eastern countries will be folks like Pam Geller and Robert Spencer. And I lost it at that one because in the name of free speech, they felt that it was the need to shut everyone else up. But there's another, that's on YouTube somewhere, so never mind all that. And that's one of the reasons why they don't like me all that much. Let us go on to say that there is one person, of many others, that despises that organization and wishes that it be destroyed. That person attempts to paint that organization successfully as I put in the successfully as a white nationalist / white supremacist organization. That person who despises that organization has gone as far as threaten the founder of the organization by telling him to watch out because he's going to follow his every move and never stop stalking him. Well, that's a little melodramatic, but still. This person has gone to several events and heckled and just made noise. Hell yeah. He has insulted and demeaned our keynote speakers. Hell yeah. This person quite simply despises both TUSIF and its founder. Now, despise is a good one. Now, suppose that this person is attempting to gain entry into this group. What do you think that person's motives are for being part of our organization? He has partnered up with every on- and off-campus organization that wishes to see TUSIF dismantled. Okay, well, the answer to that question is my motives are simple. I want you to put your money where your mouth is. If you believe that liberals are intolerant in everyone else's views, and that's why you're banned from their pages, then you have no problem dealing with me when I'm on yours. And if you do have a problem with me on your page and you don't want me on it, that's fine too. I mean, One People's Project has a policy of not giving white supremacists a forum on our site, and that's and that's not a violation of their freedom of speech or being intolerant to their views. Well, yeah, actually it isn't. We are intolerant to their views. Let's get that straight. But it isn't an indication that we really want to have a dialogue with you. I mean, if you don't want to have a dialogue with us, that's fine. But don't BS around, jump on somebody else's page, and then bitch when they bounce you off. It's that simple. However, if you are going to complain about stuff like that, then don't bitch when somebody like myself or other people that I've asked to join your page and come on board and have a discussion with you. So, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is professional fucking with people. I guess basically to sum up, they passed the hypocrisy test. They bitched about being bounced off of one site and said that was intolerant to their views, while at the same time bounced me and possibly others off of their site, which by their logic means that they're intolerant to our views. They're complaining about me, saying that I wish that their group to be destroyed, and truth to be told, they're doing it to themselves. They are doing it to themselves. If they were so right about the things that they say, they wouldn't be afraid of folks like me. They wouldn't be afraid of anybody who disagrees with them. But they know they're wrong. And we know they're wrong. Most importantly, we know that their ideas and their positions are dangerous as hell, and we are not going to allow them to go too far. You have freedom of speech, just as far as it goes. Turn it into action, we step on you. And that is what they are afraid of. So I'm going to leave them to themselves. I'm going to let them go ahead and do their little bitching and whining on their Facebook page. I got what I wanted out of it, and I want to thank them for their time. Peace out, y'all.